Hello dear students, let's discuss the flight adaptations in birds. I am Dr. E. Harini, HOD Department of Zoology, working in St. Joseph's College for Women Autonomous, Visakhapatnam. The learning outcomes are: understand the structural modifications that enable flight in birds, identify the anatomical features such as feathers, wings and the lightweight bones, explain the physiological adaptations like high metabolism and efficient respiration, appreciate the evolutionary significance of flight adaptations in aves. Birds are highly adapted vertebrates capable of powered flight. Their bodies exhibit several unique structural and physiological features that support flight. These adaptations evolved over millions of years, enabling birds to exploit aerial environments successfully. Flight adaptations enhance mobility, foraging, migration, and predator avoidance. Let's look at the major flight adaptations in birds. The feathers, which provide lift, reduce air resistance, and maintain body temperature. The wings, which are the modified forelimbs designed for flight. The lightweight skeleton, because of the pneumatic bones, which reduce the body weight. The fused bones, which provide rigidity and support during the flight. The strong pectoral muscles, which power the wing strokes. The high metabolism, which supports the energy demands of flight. The efficient respiratory system, the lungs with air sacs ensure continuous oxygen supply, and the four-chambered heart, which ensures efficient oxygenated blood circulation. Let's discuss the major flight adaptations in detail. The shape of the body. The shape of the body represents the sum of all its several adaptations. The perfectly streamlined spindle-shaped body of the bird is designed to offer minimum resistance to the wind and hence easily propel through the air. The compact body. The compact body, though it is strong but light, it is strong dorsally and heavier ventrally, maintaining balance in the air. The attachment of wings high up on the thorax, the high position of the light organs as lungs and air sacs, and the low and central position of the heavy muscles, the sternum, and the digestive organs beneath the midline of the attachment of the wings. The body covering of feathers. The feathers are a diagnostic feature of birds. The light feathers hold a considerable blanket of enveloping air around the body and add much to its buoyancy. The non-conducting feathers insulates the body perfectly and prevents the loss of heat, which enables the bird to endure intense cold at high altitudes and also to maintain a constant temperature. The forelimbs are modified into wings. The forelimbs have been converted into the unique and powerful organs, the wings. The elongated flight feathers of wings are called the remiges, and the flight feathers of a wing form a broad surface for supporting the bird in air. The particular shape of the wing with the thick, strong leading edge, upper convex surface, and a concave lower surface reduces reduction in air pressure above and increase below, with minimum turbulence behind. This helps in driving the bird forward and upwards during flight. The short tail. The short muscular tail bears a series of long, strong but light caudal feathers or rectrices, which are arranged in a fan-like manner and serves as a rudder for steering during flight, to suddenly check flight, and as a counterbalance in perching. The beak. The conversion of forelimbs into wings is compensated by the presence of a bill or a beak. The mouth is drawn out into the horny beak, which is used as a forceps, which helps in picking up food and other things. Besides procurement of food, the beak is also used for nest building, which in the other animals is done by the forelimbs. The mobile neck and head. The neck of birds is very long and flexible, and the bird's bill is used for feeding, preening, nest building, offense and defense. The mobility of neck and freedom of movement of the head are very important. Because of the mobility of the neck, the bird is able to move its head freely. The bipedal locomotion. The forelimbs are being no longer available and the hind limbs balance and support the entire weight of the body. They help in locomotion on the ground or in water. Bipedality is a characteristic of birds. Since flightless birds have all retained the habit of walking on two legs, the legs are also relatively stronger. The integument. The loose skin is a modification for flight. It is responsible for the extensive movement of the skeletal musculature. The large muscles of flight. While the muscles of the back are greatly reduced, the flight muscles on the breast are greatly developed, weighing nearly one-sixth of the whole bird. Perching. The hind limbs of a bird are well suited for an arboreal life and their muscles are well developed and help in perching. As the bird settles down on the tree, the bending of the legs exerts a pull on the flexor tendons which makes the toes automatically to flex and to grip the perch. Therefore, the bird in resting or sleeping position is automatically clamped to its perch. Throughout the internal anatomy of the bird occur modifications that fit it for a flight. The endoskeleton. Many adaptations for flight are apparent in the skeleton of birds. Most of the bones are pneumatic and filled with air spaces instead of the bone marrow. The skull bones are light and most of them are firmly fused. The uncinate process of the thoracic ribs help in producing compactness necessary for flight by concentrating the mass. The rigidity of the dorsal part of the vertebral column due to the fusion of the vertebrae provides a fine fulcrum for the action of wings. The heterocoelous vertebrae offer great flexibility and all birds can move their neck through 180 degrees. Continuing in the endoskeleton, the shortening of the caudal vertebrae and the forming of the pygostyle has assisted stability in the air. The fusion of the pelvis with the synsacrum provides the firm attachment to the legs, supports the weight of the body when the bird is walking, and counteracts the effect of shock as the bird alights. The sternum is greatly expanded, which is a major flight adaptation, and bears a large midventral ridge or keel for the attachment of the major flight muscles in flying birds, while it is without a keel in running birds like ostrich. The sternum is a T-shaped girder, also supports the abdominal viscera. The digestive system. The birds have a very high metabolic rate, which demands large intake of food and results in rapid digestion. Despite being compact, the digestive system is highly efficient. The food they consume is usually rich in calories, easily digestible, and leaves behind minimal waste. The rectum is short because the amount of fecal matter is small. Since birds are adapted for flight, they cannot carry unnecessary weight. Hence, waste is eliminated quickly to avoid burdening the body during flight. The air sacs and respiration. Birds have inelastic lungs that are supported by a unique system of air sacs. These air sacs extend from the lungs into the spaces between the internal organs and even into the hollow cavities of the bones. This system ensures better aeration of the lungs, which aids in internal perspiration and help regulate the body temperature. During flight, the wing movements assist in respiration by compressing and expanding the air sacs. As a result, the birds breathe more effectively during flight. Birds are warm-blooded animals and the efficient aeration of the blood contributes to maintain the high body temperature. And this high temperature is essential to meet the high energy demands of flight, allowing the birds to fly for longer periods without fatigue. The circulatory system. The birds have a rapid metabolism and are warm-blooded, which means they need a continuous supply of oxygen. So to meet this demand, they possess a highly efficient circulatory system. The avian heart is relatively large and is completely divided into four chambers, ensuring double circulation of blood. Oxygenated and deoxygenated blood never mix, and this allows for the efficient pumping of oxygen-rich blood throughout the body. Additionally, the bird's blood contains a high amount of hemoglobin in its RBC, which helps in the quick and efficient oxygenation of blood, supporting their active and energy demanding lifestyle, especially during flight. Uricotelic excretion. Birds lack a urinary bladder, unlike many other animals, which helps reduce body weight. Instead of temporarily storing urine, birds efficiently reabsorb water from the excretory fluid in the urinary tubules of the kidneys, and also in the copropodium, a part of the cloaca. As a result, the birds produce semi-solid excreta, primarily composed of insoluble uric acid and urates, which are immediately excreted. This system of excretion not only conserves water but also contributes to the bird's light body weight, which is essential for flight. The brain and sense organs. Birds primarily rely on vision rather than smell for interacting with their surroundings. Therefore, they possess large eyes and their optic lobes are well developed to support excellent vision. Birds also have a highly developed ability to accommodate, that is, to swiftly shift focus between distant and nearby objects, which is crucial during flight. The cerebellum is large and intricately folded, reflecting the bird's exceptional sense of balance and muscle coordination. Additionally, the corpora striata in the cerebellum is greatly developed, enhancing the bird's ability to perform maneuvers with remarkable stability and precision. A single ovary. Presence of a single ovary on the left side in the female bird also leads to the reduction of weight, which is also a major flight adaptation. Coming to the conclusion, birds exhibit a remarkable array of structural, physiological, and behavioral adaptations that enable them to master the skies. Features such as lightweight bones, powerful flight muscles, streamlined body, efficient respiratory and circulatory system, sharp vision, and excellent coordination to contribute all to their ability to fly, which we have discussed just now. These adaptations not only facilitate flight but also support the high metabolic demands and ecological versatility, making birds one of the most successful vertebrate groups in the animal kingdom. Thank you.